Yo, we back, and this time it's a follow-up to the video I did before. This time it's a video. I'm gonna give my thoughts after the video so you can hear what they have to say here.
A Grammy Award-winning artist with over 160 million record sales, and a self-declared Nazi who has glorified Hitler and sold swastika t-shirts. Kanye West is all these things, and now he's been invited to headline this summer's Wireless Festival. Understandably, the move has provoked fierce condemnation. The Prime Minister told The Sun on Sunday it's deeply concerning that Kanye West has been booked to perform at Wireless despite his previous anti-Semitic remarks and celebration of Nazism. Anti-Semitism in any form is abhorrent and must be confronted firmly wherever it appears. Everyone has a responsibility to ensure Britain is a place where Jewish people feel safe. West has recently apologised for his anti-Semitism, saying it was down to his mental health, explaining that a car accident that happened 25 years ago fractured his brain and led to bipolar. In a letter, he says, "I lost touch with reality. Things got worse the longer I ignored the problem. I said and did things I deeply regret."
See what it says here.
In that fractured state, I gravitated towards the most destructive symbol I could find, the swastika, and even sold t-shirts bearing it. And he continued, "I regret and am deeply mortified by my actions in that state, and..."
The only thing I wonder is, like, the people around him, why didn't they step him and stop him from the self-destruction? Or does he have so many yes men around him that they say, oh, whatever Kanye West says goes? Because the people around you should be looking at your best interest at hand. They shouldn't be allowing you to self-destruct. And from what we can see with Kanye West, everyone around him allowed him to self-destruct to a point where he was doing what he wanted to do. Nobody said anything and said, hey, Kanye, this ain't right. Are you okay? Are you taking your meds? No way. No way. I mean, I'm not saying he doesn't have any bipolar or anything like that. I'm not saying that isn't the case, but you can't have everybody has people around them doing things for them when you're at a certain level of celebrity. And if you have the right people around you, there's no way you get to this level.
"I'm committed to accountability, treatment, and meaningful change. It does not excuse what I did, though. I'm not a Nazi or an anti-Semite. I love Jewish people." While there is an understanding of West's condition, the festival's organisers have been warned that they must act responsibly.
I feel sympathy for his mental health challenges and for his bipolar disorder, but I think that the challenges, we saw this at BAFTA as well, that doesn't mean you should give people a stage to spout what might be really problematic things. The people who care about these artists and should be not giving them a problematic place to air those views.
Pepsi, a major festival sponsor, has withdrawn its support. Others could follow. In Finsbury Park, where the festival will take place in July, the controversy has divided opinion.
His music is undeniable, and pre all of the quote-unquote anti-Semitic messaging or quotes he said on social media, his music resonates with a lot of people.
He's said some pretty controversial things. I like him as an artist, I like his music, but he probably shouldn't be performing and given the platform that he's been given here.
I like his music, but I don't like him as a person.
I like his music, but I don't like him. Oh, dude, that's hilarious. I mean, they did the right thing to pull out because they don't want to be too associated with Kanye West. Even though now he's apologized and like he's seen the error of his ways. Is it too little too late? I mean, there's still time for redemption. With good music, you can redeem yourself. And the Bully album is good. I haven't listened to all of it, but it's good. It's good enough to make people forget. It's weird how the world works. It's like you could be a murderer, killer, and you can come out of prison, you release some good songs, everyone forget you did what you did. That's the way the world works with people these days. It's a strange planet we live on. It's like, well, didn't he murder someone? It's like, yeah, but he made this good song. It's like, oh, well, forget about it. Didn't he say all that weird, crazy Jewish stuff? It's like, but he made that good song. It's like, well, forget about it. He apologized. And I feel, yeah, he does need to have some sort of redemption arc in his life. Because, clearly it's not really all his fault. But I blame the people around him. I blame the people around Kanye West. They are not, they're enablers. They haven't really sat him down and say, you should not be doing this. And then also, I feel that I don't think it's all bipolar. I think it's all his own ego. That's what I think. Some of it is his ego. Not all of it's bipolar. The bipolar had something to play in the part of what he was doing and saying. But most of it is ego. I remember when he went on Drink Champs and he said he could say anti-Semitic stuff and Adidas would never drop him. That was ego right there. That was not bipolar. That was him pushing how far he can take the world, how far he can push things to his own, how he can mold the world and see what they can take of him before they push back. That's ego. When you go on a show and you say you can say what the hell you want, that's an ego trip. And when it backfired on him, he just kept on going down that route. That's what I believe. I could be wrong.
I think the industry's gotten to him a bit too much and he refuses to believe there's something wrong with him.
Kanye was blocked from entering Australia last year over his Hitler song. The Home Secretary has the power to ban West from appearing here too. Kanye West last performed in the UK back in 2015 when he was the headline act at Glastonbury, but in the 11 years since, he's gone from being one of the most streamed artists in the world to being one of the most controversial. So controversial, in fact, that his visa, which will let him come and play here in July, is now under serious threat. Sky News understands Kanye West has yet to apply for a visa to the UK. Ashish Joshi, Sky News.
Would he get denied a visa to the UK? That's the question. I don't think he will get denied. I could be wrong. But they've let worse people in. And he has apologized for what he had said. So there should be no reason why they shouldn't let him in. Even though he said what he said, he apologized. He said it was part of his bipolar. He's got a mental illness. Let the man come and perform. As long as he doesn't go on that stage and embarrass you. This is the problem with Kanye West. You don't know what will come out of his mouth. You remember the MTV award? Was there bipolar then when he said what he said? When he jumped up on the stage and said, "Hey, Beyonce had one of the greatest videos of all time. All time." Remember that? Now, no one was expecting him to do that or say that, and he did what he did. So you let him on the stage. You have him sponsored by Pepsi on the Wireless Festival, and he snaps again and he does a little outburst. You give him that big of a stage, they're gonna look red faced, they're gonna look embarrassed. So as much as you don't know, as much as you think it's maybe he's bipolar, sometimes Kanye West can just be Kanye West. And if you are in that facility, the orbit of when he does what he does and when he says what he says, you will look embarrassed, especially when you were forewarned. But I've seen worse people come in, not worse, but they let Tyson came in after he went to prison, and he should not have been allowed in, but he came and he visited Brixton. That was way back when. Snoop Dogg was another person that they were like ifing and butting. They weren't going to let him in the country to let Snoop Dogg in. So, even Chris Brown can come in now. So Kanye West ain't really killed anyone or gone to prison. So let the man come in. But just remember, if he snaps on stage and says anything crazy, it's on them. Just be careful of Kanye West, because he's one of those self-destructing people. He is the talent, but something about him is very self-destructive when he gets to a certain level, and it's when you just keep forgiving him and there's all these enablers around him, he'll continue to self-destruct. We need to help him. We need people around him helping him out. We don't want him self-destructing. Anyway then, like, subscribe, and I'm out.